Hello and welcome back. This is the second episode of whatever I'm going to call this series. Yesterday I started opening up this Fusion Strike box, and I kind of ran out of steam. I didn't plan very well. It's the first time I'd done it. I think I got through half of it, so tonight I'm going to finish up the other half. And all I'm doing, I'm new to this. Don't know really what I'm doing in regards to cards. I did download, I did install tgcplayer, the tgcplayer app on my phone, and I deleted it because it wasn't scanning. I think I have 168 cards. I had to enter like 120 plus by hand, and I actually had some other cards from a previous thing that I gift from a buddy of mine, and I guess it was Evolving Skies, and it wasn't in their database at all. So since I was having to hand enter everything anyway, I decided to go to I grabbed one that was rated higher, called Collector, and well, everything was in there that I could find, so I'm moderately happy with that. It doesn't allow, I don't know if it allows trading the way the tgcplayer app does, and I have no idea what whether one is better than the other in terms of price. I know that when I was running a store, I always used tgcplayer, the website, as a pricing guide for when I would buy from people, and that seemed to be the standard. But so this is Fusion Strike. It's an older set. Well, okay, not older. Again, my previous experience with cards before last year was Magic the Gathering and beta through 5th edition, and I think I think they have like over 20 now, so it's just and one thing I noticed with what I had earlier opened from before with the Evolving Sky set was that that was a full box that I had been given, that I opened on my own, and I did not get a single secret rare in that. I don't know if that's common or not, but ooh, a Gradient V, 257. No, that's two. This is 217. I'm looking at my cheat sheet here to see if that's one of the sought after ones, and it doesn't look like. I mean, it looks pretty. That's one of the things about this, is that they obviously put a lot of care into a lot of the graphics and stuff, but that's not reflected in what the cards are supposed to be worth. Which, okay, I mean, that's here's another pretty card. I'm just gonna, that's a reverse holo. I know most of the ones that are worth money are the secret rares. Ooh. That's just a fun little card there. Put that over there with the basic cards. But yeah. Remember when the original Pokemon movie, or well, maybe not the original one, but the first one released in the US came out, and Mewtwo was all over was all over, oh my goodness, they're releasing Mewtwo, and I guess it was like the first holo card or something. I don't remember. This is going back like years. Every time I see Meowth, that's what I just think of all the hubbub around Mewtwo, and that was about the extent of my knowledge of Pokemon. Except it remains popular. It's retained its popularity, which is, you think about how many other things came and went. So I know that back in the day, when Magic the Gathering first came out, there's another reverse holo. When Magic the Gathering first came out, there was a review in Dragon Magazine by Skip Williams. He had a review column in it, and he said, this is a really fun little game, but Wizards of the Coast is really small, has no marketing. Just go out and grab everything that you can now, because they're not going to last. And just grab it while you can. It's a neat concept. But unfortunately the company's real small, they've had legal issues, and they're just not going to last. And wow, were they wrong. In fact, Dragon Magazine was published by TSR, which was Dungeons and Dragons, and of course Magic the Gathering later bought up TSR. Wizards of the Coast bought up TSR. And Magic the Gathering, I mean, I know that probably it wasn't the first game of its kind. I think Pokemon was released the same year, the next year, but it was quite a, at least in the U.S., it was a huge thing. And back then, nobody cared about, the cards themselves really as items. They were just, nobody took care of their cards. I think that about the time UV Max, this is 114, so it's not the really expensive one, but it is an ultra rare. That's nice. I like the color on that. And there's a reverse holo, Trubbish, and this one is another one with Rapid Strike. Yesterday I was kind of sorting those out. Today guess I'm not. Honestly, what I ended up doing was I resorted them into by number, because that's how Connector, that's the easiest way, or Collector, that's the easiest way to enter them into Collector. So I sorted them by number, and UV Max. Evolves from UV. Trainer. I do remember the trainers were something that people were really sought after when I ran that store. And this is stage 2. That's my first stage 2. Oh, and here's a reverse holo, Simisage. Adversity Jaws. Some of these cards just crack. Oh, you know what? Yesterday I thought that Chansey was based on Kirby, but maybe Jigglypuff is. I said I'm being new to this. I don't really know what inspired what. I'm sure there's been much written over the years. Something about it, there's Chili and Kylan and Cress. Cylin and Cress. I don't know how to pronounce them. I'm gonna have to watch a show now just to learn how to pronounce these names. Energy. And my story just gave away energy. Here's a reverse hollow. Drillbur. Carvana. And I wonder if I don't know what the timeline of that was. The Carvana, the character, versus Carvana, the company. Rotom. Ruben. And Mantine. Could go either way on some of these pronunciations. And, I'm doing this because the world stresses me out, and this kind of doing this is something that's peaceful and relaxing. But no longer is peaceful and relaxing, I'll probably stop. But while I'm here, while I'm doing this, and who knows, I may not actually, I may just keep doing this. Impidimp. There is a reverse hollow, Minin, and that's Arena V. Is that on my list? That's not a secret hollow. It's not a secret rare. Yeah, it's not one of the sought after cards. Doesn't matter. Looks pretty neat. Not quite sure what's going on there. Sometimes, especially with the hollow art, I've noticed it gets a bit too busy. Hard to follow what exactly is supposed to be going on in the image. I know some of the images come from the Pokemon Go game, which I did have downloaded on my phone for a while. That was back when I lived out in the sticks and there really wasn't anything going on. You have to drive for miles just to find just to get to a place that had anything other than randomly spawning wild Pokemon. So I quit because it wasn't really worth it for me. I might change my mind on that. I'm living in Kansas City, I'm sure there's lots of things on there at this point. Energy, Starmie, hollow. In reverse, Dewpider. I got the reverse of the. It must have been something else because I was pretty sure it was blue instead of green. Or maybe that was from the Evolving Skies. Maybe that was blue. And a Jinx. Skarmory. Suaddle. Vanpour. And the not quite infringies Murgle. I actually thought about doing this with sports cards, but honestly, I just can't get into. I just can't get into sports. Here's a. Don't know why that is. At least with sports cards, you know that there's a specific distribution in each box. In each case. And you know if you're gonna Sizzlepede Reverse Hollow. But it's like people take those way too seriously. And you know, I might in the future decide to sell some of the stuff that I pull that I don't want. Like if I get 2 Gengar VMAX alternative art things, I probably only want one. I know the whole trading scene though seems rather stressful. Phalanx. Galarian, German. There's got to be if there's special rules regarding these, like things are called Galarian or something. It's usually the case with Magic. Power Table. Energy. Araquanid. Usually I'm not a fan of spiders. Voltorb. Trubbish. Bunnery. Shinx. Gossifleur. Attack is leafage. I shall shake my leaf at you. It's like a Monty Python sketch. This pack does not seem to want to open. Energy. Tail. It's Just love stringing words together. A reverse hollow trainer. Yeah, payday. I don't think I've pulled a single secret rare so far out of this box. One of the things that I kind of like about, at least what I've seen with Pokemon versus some of the other games, is that it seems to be like friendly for younger people getting involved, which is good because that's how you develop an ongoing player base. People who keep coming out and buying your cards. These games are intergenerational now. And where I was working, there was a whole mix of people who bought Pokemon cards. We had Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Magic, and the Yu-Gi-Oh and Magic crowd seemed to be far more, I don't know, intense in a lot of ways. Maybe that's just that location, that area kind of thing, I don't know. Pokemon crowd does seem pretty chill and accepting of everyone. And I mean by accepting of everyone, I just mean like, they were very friendly towards younger people getting involved. I have this thing about wanting to support companies and groups that are welcoming to people. Here's a reverse hollow golem and a hollow Dragapult. Guess those are the two big ones for this. Now, apparently this is, at least according to tgcplayer, this is actually it's not a secret rare. It's actually it's an uncommon, but according to tgcplayer, card is worth what, about $1.50, $1.60, something like that. Kind of surprised me when I pulled 3 of them yesterday out of the other half of this box. It was the only uncommon that was on this list that I made off of tgcplayer. I basically just was like, alright, give me everything worth around $1.50 or $1.25 or more. That was the only uncommon that made the list. Energy capsule. One of the reasons why I'm not really that interested in getting into playing is because I'm not good at deck construction. That's just not something I've ever been good at. And I know that these days you have like you have deck lists online that you decide I want this, and you substitute whatever 50-cent cards you have for, the listed cards are $200 each. At least that's how they explained it to me when I inquired about it with the Magic cards. Marstomp. Lopunny. Glissy evolves from Chansey. Expert in roundness. A reverse hollow Caterpie. There's a Grubbin. Mantine. Another Jinx. Another Skarmory. That's a Waddle. Grass Munch. Taxi. Other guys, the other person's energy. For some reason, this just reminds me of the bus in My Friend Totoro. Don't know why, but it does. Klefki, reverse hollow. Getting down to the last several packs. I'd like to get one secret rare out of this box. I did pull a secret rare from another thing. This is one of those things that drove me away from tgcplayer. Because they didn't have this, I couldn't find this listed on the tgcplayer app. Evolving Skies. And I knew because Ethan had told me that was, at the time, that was probably my most valuable card. And I knew that it was like around a $10 card at the time. And, a Pikachu V. Don't know how Pikachu is in terms of, playing, but I know that everybody likes Pikachu. Everybody likes to collect Pikachu. That's not a particularly valuable Pikachu, but, In fact, I'm looking at this and I don't see any Pikachus on the top, on this list of valuable cards from this. It's kind of odd because that's what people come in asking for is Pikachu. especially younger people. Maybe that's it, the people going after Pikachu. There's a lot of them, but they don't have much money. And so far we've gotten 3, 4, gotten 4 full artwork cards. Don't know how that ranks, but I'm finding other cards here that I didn't have before. Mostly because you saw me open the other half of this, and I didn't have any Fusion Strike before then, so of course there's lots that I don't have. Here's Reverse Hollow Shroomish, Sigilyph, Stuffle, Phantom, Thump Thump Thump, Totodile. Got 2 packs left. Am I gonna pull a secret rare out of these? Not sure what I'm gonna do for my next episode. Could order another box off of eBay. I'm probably just gonna figure out what's the cheapest per pack, whether it's in store or on eBay. Go that way. A specific series doesn't really matter to me. Skater's Bark, Reverse Hollow, and Meltan. Sandy Gast. Ghost Sand. Says it's a Sand Heap Pokemon. Apparently this is Pokemon number 769. Looks like he can make himself into a unicorn or something. That's what I would have done if I was him. Just incorporated it into. And when you look at it, I mean, this thing has incorporated something up there. I guess that's a shovel. I guess that's supposed to be a little shovel sticking into its head, but I would have gotten that spiral horn, that spiral shell. Because that would have been, that's what I would have done. Maybe we didn't have a sense of what's around it. Don't know. Just look at these and make up, my own narratives as to where these little guys come from. Quick Ball. Stage 1. Here's another cook. Lots of cooks this time. Luxray. Stage 2. Haven't gotten very many of those. Croconaw. Reverse Hollow. Trubbish. And Yeah, no secret rares today, unfortunately. But there's always next time, right? Always a thrill of the hunt. Well, thank you for joining me in exploring this box of Pokemon Sword and Shield Fusion Strike. So here, this is what I pulled out this time. If I can find the... And this is what I pulled out last time, so you got the alternate art there. We got the regular art there. Got this is 268. It'd be worth something. That's not, it's 114. This is the ultra rare. I think I'm going to double check that. Oh yeah, it says 114 there. So yeah, just then the Seneconda E. No, these are the this was the most valuable card according to tgcplayer that I pulled. I think it was about an $8 card, something like that. You definitely don't make your money back doing this if you're looking to make money by selling the cards. That's for sure. But you know, it's kind of life itself, life in general, right? They could make more money just by selling the individual cards themselves. They would do that. And I'm just double checking. I don't have any actual duplicates in here. These are all staying in the... These are all staying with me. And I will see you later.